Could the tool you're afraid of or unsure of be your greatest ally on your spiritual path? AI isn't just changing how we live, it's changing how we awaken. Some say it's dangerous, others divine, but the deeper truth may surprise you. Today we're going to explore how AI can actually enhance your spiritual journey if you use it with intention. I'm also going to tell you what it can't do. Look at AI as a mirror. Spirituality is often about self-reflection. The concept of mirrors comes up in religious and spiritual books all the time. One of the most powerful truths in spirituality is this: the outer world reflects the inner, what's inside of you. When we look around us, we see most clearly what's reflected from within. So what you're seeing out in the world, what you're perceiving, it's mainly being reflected from within. So if you pay attention to something, if you notice something, that's a reflection of your inner self because it's familiar to you. AI doesn't exist in a vacuum by itself. It's trained on us as people. It's trained on you as a person, our language, our culture, all of our stories throughout history, everything. It shows our bias. It shows our brilliance, and every breakthrough that we've had and the blind spots that we have as humans is going to be programmed into these large language models. It shows up in the outputs these systems put back to us. And just like with a mirror, we have a choice. We can go and ignore what we see and choose to just say, I don't see that. I don't know what you're talking about. Or we can look closer. We can use it as a cue and ask, what is this showing me, you, about yourself? If you use it with intention, AI can actually sharpen your self-awareness. It can reveal patterns that you didn't notice before. It challenges assumptions that you have about yourself. And when you have assumptions about yourself, you're not necessarily living your purest form of truth. AI isn't good or bad on its own. It's this amplifier. It takes the energy and intent that you bring to it and it magnifies it. If you come to AI as a seeker and you're looking for clarity, insight, spiritual reflection, that's what you're going to receive back. It's just like what you send out into the universe. When you send energy out into the universe, or emotion or thought, that comes back to you. That's what we call law of attraction or a manifestation. Where your mind goes, energy flows. And that's the same thing with AI. And it's something that can help you organize your thoughts and explore new perspectives. If you're open to receiving these new things, it can even prompt deeper inner work for yourself. If you approach AI with this distracted, reactive, maybe even numbing out when you go into it, you're going to feed that into it, and that's what you're going to get back out of it, which is more noise or numbness. And you're just going to get content. You're not going to get actual, meaningful, peaceful, clear visions of what your spiritual path is. AI is like this spiritual tuning fork. It's going to resonate with the frequency that you're bringing into the picture. The question isn't exactly what AI can do for you. It's what you're asking it to amplify within yourself. And that's true of pretty much anything you do as far as studying spiritual text, books, listening to spiritual teachers, watching a YouTube video. You're going to get out of it something close to the vibration that you're putting into it. So that's why it's so important when you're going out there and learning that you approach your spiritual education with some form of intention and awareness, because what you're putting out there is going to come back. Even with all its capabilities, AI can't walk this path for you. It might illuminate part of the map, but you're still going to have to make the journey yourself. It can't meditate for you or initiate a gratitude practice. It might be able to sketch you a bridge to the other side, but you have to build that bridge and then walk across it. And that's not the easiest thing to do in the first place. When you're talking about getting to awakening or enlightenment or seeing the universe, crossing that bridge is this big, beautiful thing that sounds easy and can be easy, but it can also be very difficult for people. You also have to understand what the map says deep within you. That self with a capital S that can see the universe, or that actually just is the universe. Speaking of which, the universe would love if you give us a sub by hitting the watermark in the lower right-hand corner. AI saves us time by giving us more energy and more focus on our path. Think about it as this asymmetric liberation. You see that word liberation all the time in spiritual circles. But look at AI as this semi-separate thing from your spiritual journey for just a second. There's all these things that take your time and take your energy, and they make your mind and your life more cluttered. They make you more tired. They make you more stressed. AI is going to save you time researching, editing, sending emails, writing, coding, a ton of other things that we do as professionals. This saved time can be reinvested in spiritual practices or community building. This is time that you don't ever get back. Imagine getting back time and space. These are things that we never get back. You never are able to recover time. So when you're able to save time, it's this big, beautiful thing. And then you'll have more time to explore yourself, explore your passions, your purpose. I try to study AI and keep track of the developments. I've come to understand that it helps me in a lot of ways that I'm not even aware of. It's probably saving you time during your day, and you're probably not even aware of it either. Just the other day, I had a question for AI. I asked it about this medical issue I was having. It was able to help me in about 10 minutes of back and forth. And this is something that would have taken me hours of Google research and taking my own notes to figure out. And it did it in 10 minutes. And that's now time that I had to go devote to something else. And that's a pretty cool thing. And so just look at AI as relieving you in your professional life or other parts of your life and giving you more time to devote to finding peace of mind, walking the spiritual path, and living a centered and grounded life. You may consider this as integration over resistance. Look at embracing AI with awareness. A core principle in many spiritual paths is non-resistance. Getting that resistance out of our body, out of our mind, away from our ego, so that we're able to let go. Because letting go is hard. We don't want to let go. Our ego wants to hold on really tight. Learning to meet life as it is and not fear it. We go meet life, we embrace it instead of fearing things. When it comes to AI, people respond often with fear and rigid rejection. Sometimes this resistance, it's not wisdom, it's our ego. Again, it's the part of us that clings to this familiar part of our life, the routine, the habits. And our ego and our mind labels anything new as dangerous. It doesn't want change because your ego is saying, you know what, I'm alive right now, I'm breathing, so I don't want any change because this is working for me. True spiritual growth isn't about resisting change, though. It's about accepting change. It's about integrating change with awareness. And not every new tool is a threat. Some of this stuff is an invitation to evolve. So we evolve with it. And there are limits to AI. Why do we still need each other? AI can offer this insight and structure. It might even give you some clarity, but it can't offer presence. It can't hold your hand if you're grieving. It can't truly witness your growth and sit beside you in knowing silence. Sometimes you don't need anything other than to be seen. And AI is not going to give you that. It's not going to see you. We're still at our core very communal beings. The path is one that we're going to necessarily walk alone sometimes, the spiritual path we're on, but we're never entirely alone. And this doesn't have to be a lonely journey. We can enjoy the warmness and energy of community as we're walking our spiritual path. We can even walk with people because that's the cool thing about this journey. No one gets to tell us how we're going to do it. That connection, it's irreplaceable. You can't replace that. Real transformation often happens in community. And in community, we're challenged, we're supported, we get to reflect with others who are walking right alongside us. It's a very relatable thing. So while AI can be a tool to help guide you and even organize your thoughts and inspire your practices, your deepest awakenings, they're likely to come from these relationships that you form in your community. Your relationship even with yourself. That relationship that you have with yourself is going to be the richest, deepest, most meaningful relationship that you'll ever have. This is how you get centered, get grounded, and eventually experience the divine, which is kind of the purpose that we walk the spiritual path is, how do I see the universe? And how do I bring that and grab it and bring it back with me into this real material world and live every day? Because it's unlikely that we're just going to sit there in enlightenment 24/7. So how do we integrate that back into our day? And when you're in a community and you're talking to real people, you're going to have the opportunity to make that happen. The question isn't, should I use AI? It's, can I use AI and engage with it consciously, intentionally, without losing yourself? That's where growth happens. Don't be afraid to go out there and test this and see how it works for you. And it's not going to be for everybody. And that's okay, because that's the thing about this journey that we're on. Different tools, different methods, different modalities work for different people. And always do what's best for you. I don't think that we can emphasize that enough. And I try to talk about it on this channel. Do what's best for you. Do what works for you. But the conversation doesn't have to end here. Come be a part of a community that gets it at keyshar.org. Please like this video if you want us to keep making content just like this. And until next time, I wish you peace on your journey.